Anna, the old woman of Ketona village. Long ago, in the village of Ketona, there lived an old woman named Anna. Her hair was as white as cotton, and her back bent like the bow of a hunter. She was known across the hills for her wisdom, but also for her silence. Anna had lived through many seasons. She had seen rains that broke hearts and droughts that cracked the earth. Yet, she stayed in the village, though her children had gone to faraway towns. She stayed with only her little garden, her clay pot, and her stories. But the people of Ketona had begun to forget her. They were busy with their farms, their goats, their markets. They said, "What can an old woman give us now? Her hands are too weak to dig, her eyes too dim to weave." Only the children still went to her hut. They sat around her fire in the evenings to hear stories of animals that spoke, rivers that walked, and stars that listened. One dry season, the sky turned red, and the river that fed Ketona shrunk to a trickle. The village wells dried, and the cattle grew thin. The people gathered under the great fig tree, asking each other, "What shall we do?" The elders argued, the young men shouted, and the women wept. But no answer came. Then a small boy whispered, "Why don't we ask Anna?" At first, they laughed. What can the old woman know about this? But desperation made them agree. So, they went to Anna's hut. She was sitting at her doorway, pounding herbs in a small mortar. She looked at them with calm eyes and said, "You have forgotten the old ways. The river does not dry for nothing. The land does not starve without reason. Take calabashes of milk, honey, and millet bread. Go to the ancient stone near the riverbed. Pour the gifts there and sing the song of the ancestors." The people were doubtful, but they did as Anna told them. That night, clouds gathered. By dawn, rain fell heavy on the thirsty soil. The river rose again, and the cattle bellowed with joy. From that day, the people of Ketona no longer forgot Anna. They came to her not only for stories but also for counsel. And she, with her quiet wisdom, reminded them. A village without its old ones is like a well without water. And so Anna became the heart of Ketona. When disputes rose among neighbors, they came to her hut for judgment, and she reminded them. Quarrels are like fire, if left untended, they burn the whole village. Better to quench them early with understanding. When the youth grew restless and dreamed of faraway towns, she told them. The tree whose roots forget the soil cannot stand in the storm. Go if you must, but never forget where your roots are. And when children crowded around her in the evenings, Anna lifted her hand toward the stars and said, "Even the sky tells stories. Listen well, for wisdom is not only in words, but also in silence." Thus, her voice became like the river, sometimes gentle, sometimes strong, always giving life.